Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
Welcome back, friends.
Hello, welcome back, everyone.
Another Friday, another episode.
Yes, we're making.
Although today is Monday.
Right, we're recording this on Monday. It will be coming out Friday. It is a post-hangover for me. I'm working through it.
Toni-ann is struggling.
I feel like
she was on.
Now that
you literally, but like when you were Snapchatting at 2 a.m., I was like, "Who does this girl think she is?" She is.
Well, let's remember I was an hour behind, right? So.
But your timestamp said 2:55 a.m., which means it was 2:50. Are we going over the time thing again?
No, I got it now.
Your clock was correct.
Oh boy. But anyway, we are in February. We have a leap month coming up. So
we do.
We hope everyone sticks through us with us through what will be the end-ish of winter. Hopefully there's sunnier, happy days ahead soon.
Thank God it has been sunny for 3 days in a row. Like, if you don't live in the tri-state area, like, great for you. I don't know who listens to us not in the tri-state area, but if you're out there, wonderful for you, because I think it was cloudy for a solid 37 days straight. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. And if that's a wrong fact, then
I don't think it was 37 days, but I saw something. I saw something that it was like a record that I think it was 12 consecutive days without any sun.
Okay, well, it felt like it was the entire month of January.
Right. Today was gorgeous.
So. Yeah, it was really nice today. I was all for it.
But I wanted to die and just sleep, so I was just inside the whole time. But that's besides the point.
All right. Well, what's your cocktail of choice tonight?
Today I have a hot chocolate. Starbucks hot chocolate, and I put a little bit of Kahlua in it because hair of the dog, if I want to make it through my tiredness, I feel like I need to just put a little bit more alcohol in my system, not anything crazy, just a little bit of Kahlua. So that is this drink.
Nice. Wow, your nails look good.
The press-ons are rocking.
Proud of you.
I put these on Wednesday night, and they are fantastic still now.
Job.
They look black, but they're like a very dark green.
No, they look dark blue to me. I knew they were blue.
No, they're like you can't see
like
lighting.
Purple?
It's like a very dark emerald. It's like the color of Melissa's dress.
I have a hot chocolate too. But we might have unlocked a new recipe, people. I went for I'm trying to make like a boozy Dunkaccino. So I put the espresso vodka in here and some Kahlua. And let's see if we master this. It's so hot. I'm going to burn my whole face off.
Well, this is the first taste. Libations with Jess.
Okay. Pretty close. R.I.P. Dunkaccino. But I figured this out. So pretty close.
I was so sad the day they got rid of Dunkaccinos.
Go get yourself some espresso vodka just to make yourself Dunkaccinos at home, babes.
What brand of espresso vodka do you get?
3 Olives.
Okay. That's why. Because I feel like that's not that common of like a vodka flavor.
No, it was just like in the store. I'm sure that it's only there because everyone's obsessed with espresso martinis.
That's not too much with the Kahlua though?
No, I literally did not even I didn't even measure out a shot. I just did like a pour and a pour and then mixed it up. So no, it's like very nicely tamed. Like I didn't put a shot of each. I think if I did like a full shot of each, it would have been too much.
I understand.
So basically don't measure it, just eyeball it and you're good to go.
And for everybody at home that doesn't want to make it alcoholic, I will say as my experience from an ex-Dunkin' Donuts employee, you could just take like half a cup of coffee and then like a shot of basically like a latte mixed with coffee. Like do espresso, a little bit of milk.
Wait, a latte or hot chocolate?
You're right.
Isn't it hot chocolate?
It is. Well, so the Dunkaccino mix, it was like a hot chocolate, but also like kind of like a cafe latte. Like it wasn't strictly hot chocolate. So the closest you could get while you were making it in the store was, yes, hot chocolate and coffee. But there was some kind of like you know how like the cream, like the powder creamer?
There was definitely like a
that
creamy flavor to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard to get. But oh my God, I miss Dunkachinos. They're so good.
They were so good. They were the bomb. I loved them. Like perfect for a fall night during fall ball. Night game. Be perfect on the bench seat in between innings.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like that was like you were in the field and you came running in and I was like, Mom, where's my Dunkaccino?
Yeah. Also,
so
funny, as much as now we're definitely more Starbucks girlies, like Dunkin' definitely stayed pretty consistent throughout our softball career.
Yeah, you know why? Because Dunkin' was terrible and we didn't know any better. I just think I didn't like coffee enough to like Starbucks more.
Yeah, I guess our taste is more refined now.
Now I really have to be very desperate to get a coffee at Dunkin' Donuts.
I would not get a coffee.
And that's really the only reason why I go to Dunkin' Donuts is because none of the Starbucks around here have drive-thrus. And if my child is asleep, I'm not getting her in and out of the car to go into Starbucks to get my coffee. That's just not happening. So we have to compromise.
Yeah.
Every time we start recording, my face gets itchy. So if anyone thinks that like there's something wrong with me, that I'm always scratching and touching my face, it's just like I get like random itches and I don't know why. So sorry.
Now you have me like itching my nose.
I'm sorry. It's so bad.
But yeah.
Okay. Anyway, take us on a trill of your trip because I feel like the whole thing's gonna be ridiculous.
Yes, we're just gonna make my NOLA recap the ridiculous thing because obviously where else would there be anything except ridiculous things happening? So this last weekend we had a 4-day weekend. We went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. See, I have my babes on bourbon tank top.
Oh,
sweatshirt.
That's cute.
Metallic. It's so cool. And the back has the fleur de lis.
Oh, that's cute.
And we have our initials.
Wow, this is like great bridesmaid merch. So
Amanda did a great job.
Shout out to Amanda.
And I like it because it just has like our initials on it. So like you could wear this over and over again. Like it's not strictly batch.
It doesn't say bridesmaid. Yeah.
In the New Orleans colors. It's perfect.
Yeah. Perfect.
So love it. Super soft. Fantastic. So yes, we went on Thursday. It was wild. We had so much fun. Like so much fun. It looked
so fun.
I think a couple of people were a little leery because, you know, we're all, the Staten Island bubble exists a little bit. Like some people don't travel as much as I do or whatever. And, you know, you hear stories growing up about how crazy Bourbon Street is and everybody's flashing their tits everywhere and people are drunk and you just like don't know what to expect. Wild? And it is like that.
Okay.
It is just as wild as people explain it, but also not exactly what you expect. It's honestly, Laura, the bride, said several times throughout the weekend, it's like being here and being in it, it's like an experience that you can't explain. It's just like, and I just kept saying, it's the human experience in a nutshell, like all walks of life, all ages. Some people are hammered, falling over. Some people are just walking through the streets, strolling. Some people are sitting down listening to jazz music. Then you go next door and you hear crunk ass ratchet music. It's just like absolutely crazy. Everybody's walking around because it's open container. Everybody's very friendly for the most part. And this was going into like 3 a.m. I mean,
again, I saw your Snapchat and I was like, this is a lot of people after 3 a.m. And also like, who does she think she is?
Also, first of all, we planned out the going out perfectly because Thursday we got there and we had such an early flight and then we did like things during the day. So by the time nighttime came, we were dead. We were all in bed by like 9:30, like the first night.
Not you. You were at the hotel
Not
bar.
me. My ridiculous thing is I have this weird thing where now all of a sudden, if I just decide the night's not over, I go off and have a drink somewhere in the hotel bar by myself. I did the same thing when we went to Baltimore, except that actually wasn't the hotel. And they were all like,
when I saw that, I was like, I literally thought, is this a new trend she's doing? Like, where did this come from that she just goes to hotel bars?
This is Toni-ann's new ridiculous thing. If I declare the night not over yet, if somebody wants to come with me, great. If not, I don't go anywhere unsafe. I'm not going to wander out to Bourbon Street again by myself, but I'm going to go downstairs to the lobby, where everybody like knows that I'm staying there, have a drink, and go back up. And I don't even have to talk to anyone. I just want a glass of wine to wind down before bed.
Maybe this will be the way that like you meet your
Well, that's kind of what I
partner.
think. I feel like hotel lobbies are like,
Listen,
I mean, unless people thought I'd be like an escort, which is obviously not what I was going for, but I don't know. I wasn't really dressed like one, so I don't think that would have been the case.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
But of course, they were all, this is only the second time I've done it. The first time was Baltimore. And so when I did it this time, of course, they were all like, wait, nobody's coming with you. You're just going to go? And I'm like, yeah, just for a drink. Just for a drink. And so I did it. And it was, I mean, fine. I was chatting it up with the bartender for a little bit. I didn't really strike up conversations with other people like I did in Baltimore. He was just, we were talking about the bachelorette, what we had planned, what he recommended. And then I finished my wine. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to head up, have a great night. And I left. So
you basically got like a local's perspective, which is pretty smart, honestly.
Yeah. And then the next day was the rager. We went all day, and then we did stay out till 3 a.m. And yeah, you said like, oh my God, this is crazy staying out till 3 a.m. We were walking, that video was at 2 a.m. was us walking back towards the hotel. Everyone else was still coming this way. Like, right. It goes all day and all night.
What time do things like close there? Like, do they close?
We asked the bouncer, and the guy literally said, we don't close. Like, there's no closing time. It's whenever the management decides that like it's dead enough, like let's close up until tomorrow. Well, until a couple hours from now, basically.
That's so wild. And also that sounds like a nightmare for the staff. Like, imagine not knowing when you're getting out of work.
Yeah. I would imagine maybe their shifts are usually till like 3 or 4, but like if it's like Mardi Gras probably goes even a little later.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they're not mad because they're making money, but like also.
Yeah.
One time when I worked at the restaurant, there was a group that was like on a business meeting, and they literally stayed at the bar in Basking Ridge of a restaurant till 1 a.m. Also, it was my birthday, so ask me if I was pissed off. Usually I was like home. Usually I was home by like 11:30. No, they were drinking at my bar until 1 a.m. because there was like a rule.
Conferences get lit?
Well, no, there was like, it was literally just like 4 people, and there was like a rule that you couldn't, like, if there was people drinking, you weren't allowed to shut down the bar until they were done. Like, so I followed the rule as always, and then I wanted to kick myself.
Yeah, but so it was great. And then the street, my ridiculous thing that I was going to go in with before recapping the whole weekend was obviously my parents are big New Orleans people. They've been going forever and ever. Like my dad's gone like over 30 times. Like
isn't that where your dad went to the Super Bowl?
Yes, we sent him to the Super Bowl 10 years ago, which next year it's going to be back there actually.
Cool.
But yes.
Hopefully the lights don't go out this time.
Right. We sent him to the Super Bowl for his 50th birthday. That was the one that Beyonce performed at, and the lights went out. Exactly.
Fun fact about that, I went to Qdoba, got dinner, and came back, and the lights were still not on. The lights were just coming on.
So
I'm so proud of that fun fact.
Where was I going with this though? My parents. So
your parents love NOLA. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, so they warned me, obviously. No, it's coming back to me now. This isn't going to be that situation where I didn't remember, which by the way, I still don't remember what I forgot last week, but I digress. So, they warned you, like, obviously we're all older. Like we're not late in our early 20s anymore. We're like 30s. So like, we're more responsible now than we maybe would have been if I went when I was younger. So like, but they're like, make sure you don't go anywhere alone. Make sure, as it gets towards later in the night, don't go on the side streets, stay on the main road, like common sense stuff. And my mom always said, like, you'll just never forget the smell. Like and I'm like, well, I walked through Times Square. I walked to Port Authority. Like I know, homeless, disgusting smell pretty well. And she's like, it's 1,000 times more than that. Like you'll never forget it. So I went here expecting to like need to hold my nose the whole trip. Okay. I don't think I smelled a person once. And maybe that was alcohol related, but I feel like it was not as smelly as she was making it out to be. The worst time was when we walked past like the horse cops and there was manure on the floor. Like that's the worst part of it. So, but what she didn't warn me about, which if she knows her daughter, she should have warned me about, and this is my ridiculous thing. They don't warn you that you are walking down that street fearing for your life, not because of crime, not because of drunk people.
Because of the beads.
Because of the beads. And obviously you know that throwing beads is part of the experience, but not only from being thrown at from above and because you know the penny drop theory, as it falls, it hits you with quite the weight if you're not paying attention. Laura almost got her eye poked out about 3 times from beads coming down off because, you know, she's a bride. So everybody was like, like throwing them at her. The floor, you can't even see the pavement. There's so many beads on the floor, and slip, like roll like a banana peel 24/7.
She literally took care of her ankle to go to New Orleans and roll it again.
The other girls in the bridal party had to catch me like 4 times. Like I fell so much, and they had huge potholes, like New York City potholes too, like on top of that, like fire hydrants with like divots. Like it was, for somebody with bad feet and ankle problems, it was hazardous, and nobody warned me about that. I was too worried about being drunk where I get alcohol poisoning. I was not worrying about slipping on beads and cracking my head open.
Oh my God.
So
I would love to be a fly on a building for that one.
But no, other than that, it was a great weekend. You know, obviously most of the girls I've known since I'm like 8, 9, 10 years old. So we go way back, and to get us all together was nice. And then then Laura's cousin and Megan, my friend who's her brother's fiance, like we all got to know each other better, and we all had like a great time. They find me hilarious. They find me great. And of course, all my longtime friends are like, Toni-ann? So we continue that trend. But they told me they're going to listen to the podcast. So shout out to Megan and Amanda if you're listening to this. There were 3 Amandas on this bachelorette. So yeah.
That sounds confusing, but also convenient, because if you said Amanda, somebody was bound to answer you.
Right. So that's that. That was my recap. A couple of them said, like, we all had a great time. Like, I don't think anybody had a bad time. But, you know, some of them were like, all right, like, I did it once. Like, I don't have to come back. And I was like, I will come to Mardi Gras every year. Like, it was just so cool.
I feel like the week that you went is, like, a good week, too, because it's, like, Mardi Gras, but it's not as crazy. Like, I feel like this week and next week are, like, crazy weeks.
It was so crazy. And then I said to like the Uber driver, like once, that whoever's driving us around, I was like, I can only imagine what next weekend and Fat Tuesday would look like if this is like ramping up. Like, I can't even imagine what it looks like in full swing. The parade's so cool. Like, everybody's just in such a good mood. On this podcast, I did my recap for Marathon Sunday in the city. And like when the parades were going on, like that's like the kind of like vibe it was. Like everybody was happy, everybody was cheering. Obviously, everybody was drinking, you know, obviously
so fun.
It was so fun. Obviously, for a bachelorette.
List of places to go.
Yeah, I would add it to your places to go. I think for sure it's nice that it's all ages. So like I said, like if you want to go really hard when you're younger, that's great. If you're more our age and you want to kind of do a mix of both, like that's good. And then even when you're older, you could be 50, 60 years old and still enjoy yourself there, because like they have the slower live music places and jazz, and you know, or you could just feel younger for the weekend kind of thing, you know? So I highly recommend. And that is my NOLA recap.
Fun.
And my ridiculous thing about the beads slipping. I'll never get over that.
My ridiculous thing is Grammy related, which we are doing. Yes. We're going to recap the Grammys after this anyway. So we're going to kick it off with annoying clappers. People that like clap annoyingly. Olivia Rodrigo claps terrible. She claps like this.
Oh, you think it's because she has like really like, maybe she uses press-ons and she's afraid to break them.
I don't think she used press-ons. I think she just looked miserable and was like the.
She did kind of have a puss on her face.
You know how Paula Abdul, like on American Idol, used to always clap like this?
Yes.
Yes. I was like, she did it like 4 times, and then I wrote in a note, and I was like, why does she clap like this?
I didn't notice, but I believe you.
I noticed. Anyway.
That's like anytime you watch Family Feud and everybody's like, good answer.
Yeah, like, but like the people that don't know, like, how did you not learn how to clap? Like, who taught you to clap like this? No one.
I now realize a lot of people might do that. I'm gonna have to pay closer attention now, like in a crowd when people clap.
Ugh, I don't know. I hated it. I hated every second of it. But also, those people aren't televised, so like, okay, but like,
Yeah.
girl, if you know you're gonna be on TV, like, learn how to clap.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Learn how to clap. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. That was my ridiculous thing. We're gonna keep it short and sweet, so we could just talk about the Grammys.
Okay.
But do you want to talk about the red carpet first? Because
Yeah, let's go in like chronological order.
yeah, I feel like we got a red carpet. Great. I felt like we were going in the right direction until they were terrible commentators.
Oh, they're so bad, so obnoxious. Like
I
Laverne
just like
Cox needs
did
to stop.
not like my thing is that like I normally really enjoy, like, I enjoy Laverne Cox when she's on, like, panels about what people are wearing, but I did not like her interviewing people because her questions were terrible. She kept fumbling over words, and I was like, okay, like, I get this is, like, very, very, like, high intensity, like, a lot of pressure, but, like, she's good when she's on a panel, so I was just like,
I also like
you should be more experienced than this, you know?
I enjoy her energy, don't get me wrong, but it's also enough is enough after the 10th, like, yes, girl. I'm like, okay.
Yes. She said that every single person was her favorite song. She was like, I loved your song this year. It was my favorite. I'm like, how many favorite songs did you have this year? To like people that nobody even knew. And like, what is your story with this look? Whatever that line was.
Because she refuses to say, who are you wearing tonight? But because apparently that's not cool to ask a woman about her outfit, but they have stylists. They get paid to be told what to say they're wearing.
The entire point of a red carpet is what you're wearing. So if you don't want to be asked, don't want to be asked what you're wearing, you should not be there. Like, I'm sorry. It's not like somebody's going up to me on the street and be like, what are you wearing today? Oh, 17-year-old sweatpants and your practice sweatshirt from 2014. No, that is not what's happening here.
No. But that's the best part is that they, like, no, that was all the, you know, Me Too women rah thing a couple years ago. I literally
feel like I miss Joan Rivers more and more as time goes on.
Right. She was vicious. I do miss her. And me and my mother did watch the Grammys together last night because I, you know, flew home yesterday. And obviously we were Joan Rivers on the comfort of our own couch with nobody else listening. Like anytime somebody could.
Obviously.
Like, ugly. What were they thinking?
And
then every time there was something hideous, they were all like Chanel or like Dolce & Gabbana. I'm like, what? How are these people making the most hideous outfits? I don't understand.
I really liked, okay, so Miley looked cray, don't get me wrong, but I liked it for her, but I was like, you are George of the Jungle. Like, it was giving very much Tarzan, George of the Jungle vibes.
Can we also
like the metallic look was crazy. Like, I thought it was like tastefully crazy. Like, it was her because it was like very outrageous, but it was like tasteful, so I enjoyed it. I thought it was very much a fashion statement. Like, her body not like I'm just doing this. Insane. Like, her arms, give me them, please.
But wait, she but
yeah,
on her note, she loved all of her outfits because she had a couple. She did a lot of changes.
But her burgundy maroon, like burgundy dress that she won record of the year in.
Yeah.
That was
with a little matching purse. That's cute.
Right, but like also, well, I guess we could talk about that now because we just get Miley out of the way. But what was in the purse that she like didn't take out? Like, was it an acceptance speech?
I think.
And then she just said, you know what, screw it, we're not going to use this, like in typical Miley fashion.
Again, I think the purse was another like designer moment. Like, whatever designer made her dress made the purse, and she needed to bring both up because that's just what it was.
I also I liked her look for like her singing too. Which is like kind of where I started watching. We'll get to that story in a minute. But I loved how she just like, I saw a meme and it was like Miley Cyrus having a real life Hannah Montana moment when she's yelling at the people that don't know her song.
Oh my God. No, but she was like, don't act like you don't know it. Like, of course you know it. And she was telling everybody to stop being stiff asses. Like, just enjoy yourselves.
It was literally so Hannah Montana of her though.
Yeah, but I blame whoever designed. Wait, let me talk. Whoever designed the like whoever designed the crowd. Like, that was the whole reason why that performance was off, because they put like dinner parties set up like in front of her. Like nobody's gonna mosh party dance sitting at little tiny like cocktail tables. And then
the tables were very small.
And it was only like, it wasn't only people nominated that got to sit there, and then everybody else had to go behind them.
I was very confused by that too when I was rewatching it. And there was that random stage in the middle too, so they were all like separated.
Yeah.
So
and they only used that middle stage once.
No, they used it a few times.
I don't remember the other times they used it besides the girl.
Because Fantasia was on it. No, and then the guy who was from oh my God, why can't I think of it? I just watched it. The guy from Nigeria, he started there. And Trevor Noah was on it a couple times. Yeah.
That was kind of cool. With freaking Brandy coming out of left field.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was like, this is very interesting. Like, all of it. I thought the performances were very good. But let's go back to the red carpet.
To finish up the convo about Miley too.
Yes.
Were all the hair stylists on strike? Like, why was everyone's hair fucking terrible?
I don't know.
Including our queen, Taylor Swift. I hated her hair. Hated it.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because it was raining, like they just didn't do like glamorous looks. I don't know.
No.
I've
been to the Oscars red carpet where it was like basically a monsoon outside, and they all still.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they all had straight hair. Everyone just straightened their hair like it was 2012. Miley's hair,
like she was clearly going for like a Tina Turner 70s look, but it just looked terrible, matching her really gross looking boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
It's her boyfriend. I don't know where he is, what he's famous for. If he's famous, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But the hair was horrible. And again, like even Love Tay, but like her hair was so bleh. And so were so many others. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, honestly. I have no comment on the hair situation.
I don't know if I have a favorite red carpet look. I'm trying to think.
Literally the only one I wrote down was Dua Lipa.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
I also think that I really liked Lana Del Rey's look, even though she looked like she was going to a funeral.
I actually saw Lana Del Rey in a really different light last night. I think she has like really bad social anxiety. Like
I think so too. Like I also agree with that because like did you see Taylor was like trying to because she was nominated.
Doesn't mean you have to go. Nobody has to go just because they're nominated.
I guess not, but like maybe she just like needed encouragement to go, and like Taylor and Jack were like, we'll take you under our wing. Like you should go, you're nominated. Like you have to experience it, like type of thing, you know? I want to know why Lenny Kravitz always is half naked and his shirts are never a full shirt. Why do
no
they
one
only
wants to see your nipples, man.
Arm?
No one wants to see your nipples.
But they literally only, it's like he's wearing shoulder pads and then mesh.
Cinna, you can't dress like that, Cinna. Katniss would not approve of what you're
I'm literally not even kidding. This is like a real, like that is literally verbatim what I wrote. Why is Lenny Kravitz always half naked? His shirts are never a full shirt.
I think when I first started the red carpet, he was the one being interviewed, and I went, "Why am I looking at nipples right now? What's going on right now?"
There were so many who were, I look like, who is this? Who is this?
Somebody else had nipples showing too. A girl. Maybe was it Paris Hilton? Somebody had like a sheer dress with like lines, and like one of their nipples was very prominent underneath it.
I did not see that.
But I don't know. Other than that, nothing too outrageous. That was the red carpet. Any more comments on that?
Taylor just added to her story, if anybody cares. Can't look at it right now, but
probably advertising her 55 vinyl editions with one different song on each because she's psychotic.
Okay, and then my last question from the red carpet category is, who is Brandi Carlile? I don't think that I actually know any of her songs. Brandi Carlile. Oh God, I'm nervous.
You made me look, and I know we're not supposed to talk about Taylor a lot, but you made me look. It's the song track list for the new album.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go back to that later. Anyway,
Brandi
Carlile, like, I feel like she's always getting nominated. She's always there, but I don't think I know a single song of hers.
So basically, my mom said it, and she's very right. So how Lady Gaga, like, like stayed with like Tony Bennett and like that was like her personal like guy. This is how I feel like Brandy Carlisle is with Joni Mitchell. Like I feel like she's just an artist that latched onto somebody prolific and like using them. Not that Gaga used Bennett for fame, obviously, but like
right. My mom was like, I think she writes a lot of music for other people, and that's why she's always there. But I'm like, where did she come from?
I do
Why
know
do I know
that
nothing
she
about
is
her?
coming out with a collab with Noah Khan with one of my favorite
cool.
songs. So I am excited for that, which he was up for Best New Artist. Cool. He didn't win, but I was just happy to see him there with his mom. He was cute. But yeah, that's the only reason I know her is because she's going to be featured on a collab song with him. Other than that, is she country? Like, or is she just like, yeah, maybe she's just one of those people that always ghost write and you never really
like,
hear
I
her.
don't know. Like, I've never heard her on a country station. So I'm like, is she like a folk country, like a very old school, like country, like artist? Like, is she
I'm thinking she's
country?
like a Julia Michaels, where she mostly writes, but once in a while sings kind of thing.
Because she was nominated, I think, last year for like Song of the Year or something, or maybe that was 2 years ago. I don't even know, but
I don't remember.
I thought she was nominated. Remember the year that they had everybody around like the big conference table and they were like basically like trying to be like, this is why this person's my favorite singer and I think they should win Song of the Year or Record of the Year or whatever. Do you remember that?
Was that
it was the weirdest
COVID
Grammys
year?
ever. No, I want to say it was either 2021 or 22. It was when Harry was, I guess it was the year that As It Was came out. So maybe 20, was that 21?
21 or 22. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because that was like
I don't remember that.
At the tape.
These award shows go in one out the other these days.
Yeah, no, I think you just probably blocked it out because it was a terrible planning idea.
So it sounds like they were trying to be like the SAG Awards, like and I'm an actor, like weird. I'm so and so, and I'm an actor.
No, it was fans. It was fans of the people sitting at a table telling you why they were fans of the person. It was weird.
I'm gonna have to look that back on YouTube.
I don't think
Brandy Carlisle was part of that. Was that the point of that story?
Yeah, she was like nominated.
Okay.
And that year, that's when I first saw her. I'm like, who the hell is this girl? And now she keeps coming back. So the beginning of my watching happens because a little backstory. Little Miss Baby of ours fell on her face while drinking her bottle last night. She literally like has this new thing where she likes to like lean her head all the way back and then she stands up and then she just like trips then kind of, but yesterday it was over her own 2 feet and our hardwood floors met her face to break her fall. So after a little bit of blood, the pediatrics was closed over here. The hospital was closer, so we just took her to the ER. So when we finally got in behind the doors, the first thing I saw was Miley's performance. And I never knew that she didn't win a Grammy. Like, I didn't know she never won a Grammy until that point.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy because I feel like she has so many good songs. Like, Wrecking Ball didn't win a Grammy?
Party in the USA.
That's who didn't win a Grammy? Like,
so many.
How? I know. So I was really shocked about that. And then what had happened was we were like sitting in the seats, you're like waiting. So the one doctor came over, then we were waiting for the attending. Let me tell you the exact moment that the lady with like, they come and they take all your information or whatever so they can bill the insurance. She decides to come over. And of course, it's when they are presenting Taylor Swift with her award. So now I am like, we were talking whatever.
Alec, handle this.
We were going. No, literally. So now we're like talking to her or whatever. But as I stood up to sign like her little papers, I'm like, oh my God, she won. So now I'm like trying to sign these papers. I'm trying to pay attention. I'm trying to sign these papers. I'm trying to pay attention. I'm like, Alec is like, you're done. Why are you standing there still? So now I sit down and I look up and she's starting her speech. The attending comes over. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible timing. So I assume, okay, Reputation, Taylor's version's coming out, whatever. I come home. I have 5 text messages from people because I also left my phone at home. 5 text messages from people. Oh my God, new music. Oh my God, are you dying? Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Like all this stuff. I'm like, wait, it's a new album? Like what? So I was surprised.
I don't remember if I texted Alec's phone to you saying it because I also knew you were there, so I wasn't going to bother you about music things.
No, I don't think
like...
you did. If you did, he didn't tell me that you did.
Yeah.
But so now I like see this and I'm like, oh my God, crazy. Which I wasn't surprised. Like I was surprised that it was a new album because I really just thought like everything led to Reputation TV, but there was also so many theories that it was going to be a new album because it was like 2 re-records, new album, 2 re-records, and now we're waiting for another re-record. So
right,
we're right on par with the mind
she
games
purposely
of
played us yet again.
right. And for those that like aren't Taylor Swift fans, like I know that we all sound like a bunch of madmen, but like actually me and Toni-ann do none of this research on our own. We just go to Twitter and like let other people do it for us. But
yeah.
like when she changed her profile picture to black and white and I
So
was
did
cleaning my garage.
everyone in her inner circle. So did
Right,
everyone
but that
in
was
her
like
inner
last
circle.
week that they all changed it.
Mhm.
Yesterday when she changed it, I got a notification on like Facebook, like it was in my newsfeed and I was cleaning the garage and I was like, oh my God, Alex, she changed her profile picture. Like it's happening. And he was like, what? And 2 minutes later I saw a meme and it was like showing somebody this and trying to sound like a normal person. Like
Yeah.
trying like, and it was literally my life, like trying to explain like the whole thing. Again, obvious Easter eggs I get. Well, I don't even get them correctly, obviously, but I don't go looking for the rest of it. I just go with everybody else's theory.
And the Easter eggs, they're just misleading because she also had other Easter eggs that linked to this for so long. Like
so long.
Did I send you we'll get off this convo in a minute for haters. Is there people that did I send you the picture of how Jack Antonoff, when he announced like You're Losing Me is coming out, he was like, we've been keeping this secret for 2 years of like when she recorded You're Losing Me, and the 2 years ago date was February 5th, 2021. It was literally 2 years to the Grammys. So she's been keeping this album.
Wait, was it? I thought it was
years.
December 5th, 2021 when they did that. But he did say we've been working on it for 2 years, so we'll still allude to that.
Right. So
but no, you sent it to me. Yeah, you sent that to me a while ago. You didn't send it to me recently.
Yeah, but last night everybody was like, they literally just made it obvious in this post, and we didn't notice that they've been working on a new album for 2 years.
Wild. I just where do you have the time? You have been on tour.
She has been spotted in and out of recording studios, but I just thought that was part of the re-recordings, like she was doing new vault tracks or something like that.
Right, like that she decided last minute, like, let me add another one. Let me add another one.
Do you think this is going to be your last album? Listen, we might have to have
no, because I said that about Midnights. Like, that was my whole thing about missing the entire tour, was that I was like, she's going to go and be like an adult and have a life, and I missed the last concert.
Well,
but maybe
that
not.
was before,
maybe not.
That was before Travis was around, though, so, like,
this
now
is
we know that she like probably wants to get married and have babies very soon, so maybe she really is he's probably gonna retire, she's gonna probably take a really long break. This might be the last new music we get in a while.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. That'll depress me. Anyway, moving on. The other thing that I have a note about is, this is the last thing I have a note about, so then we can fill in gaps, but I need to get all my thoughts out because I'm going to go on 20 tangents. The YouTube performance. Why did he look like an AI? Like, why did he look like artificial intelligence? He did not look real, and it was making me dizzy.
I also still can't see any Bono without thinking about the fact that they infiltrated our iTunes all those years ago.
Did you see the meme? Did you see the meme that it was like them on the spear, and it was like, I feel like this is when they all purposely made iTunes forcefully put their record on all of our phones without our permission. Oh my God.
And every time you tried to delete it, it would just re-download. It was out of control. I can't believe we let Apple get away with that.
Listen, there was a strategy there.
That venue looks really cool, but I could never step into it. My claustrophobia, and I would have a stroke. I would have an absolute stroke.
I just literally was not understanding. Like, it looked fake, but like every time they showed the guitar player, I was like, no, he's very much real, but why does everybody else look like AI?
Was it pre-recorded?
I don't know. I was confused.
It had to be. Those camera angles were way too good to be live.
Also, like, there was like a glare, like a sphere of glare kept, like, in orbit kept showing. Like, what is that? What was that?
It was the sphere.
No, like, on their faces. Like, it was weird. Like, it
I don't
wasn't
know.
showing the outside of the sphere. Like, there was just, like, an aura around, like, everything that was happening, and the camera was sideways.
I can't imagine enjoying U2 that much. Like, U2 is the last people I would ever want to see in concert.
No, I would go see U2 in concert. They're very good.
No.
They have so many classics. What are you talking about?
Again, I'd always hold it against them that they made me try to listen to their music against my will.
Toni-ann, you did the same shit with your Ed Sheeran, like, 7 months ago, where you were like, who even likes Ed Sheeran? Meanwhile, yeah, you don't even remember saying it. When he sold out MetLife and, like, you were like, people go to the Ed Sheeran concert still? Like he was, like...
Did I say that?
A retired, like, everyone loves Ed Sheeran still. Like, where have you been? Why did you even say that? Like, you just make it like, I don't have that time for them.
Well, I'm one of those people. I like Ed Sheeran. I just wouldn't think he's a person to see in concert. We literally were
obsessed. We were obsessed with the Divide album. What are you doing?
We were.
Exactly. Like, you blocked that out of your brain.
I didn't block it out of my brain. I said I am an Ed Sheeran fan, but as much as I enjoy his music, I would never be like, yes, let's get Ed Sheeran tickets. Like, I would never go see an Ed Sheeran.
I feel like he would be so entertaining because he's so talented musically.
He's a one-man show.
Yeah, that's why it would be good. My brother said it was very good. He won. Anyway, do you have any other points other than the ones that we've touched upon?
I was gonna maybe do a little defending hour for our girl, because obviously at the end of the night there was a little bit of a hiccup of hers, right, that she is currently getting hate for. And
yeah, but there was a picture of them backstage.
Yes, but of course everybody says, damage control, blah 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 blah. So it's
right. Okay, you say your side of this, and then I'm gonna say how I feel.
Yeah, I think that everybody's looking for anything she does to hate on. So
right.
I, as a ginormous Celine fan, we both are, like, when Celine came on the stage, I started crying because she's obviously been through so much. She's a legend.
Yeah, I was.
We never know if we were going to see her in public again. And so for her to get up on that stage and announce an award, legendary. And so obviously whoever was going to win that award, I was hoping was going to give her the respect to just be like, oh my God, Celine Dion, like, you're a legend. I hope you're doing well. Like, just something like that. Maybe not say I hope you're doing well because maybe she doesn't want to mention it, but like, say something like the way that Miley was saying something about Mariah Carey like earlier in the night. Like, that's it, right? So obviously I didn't even expect Taylor to win that award, to be quite honest. I thought this was Miley's night through and through. I thought Miley was pulling that out.
I thought it was like all of the categories. I really thought all of the categories. I was like, wow, this is really stacked. Like cutthroat.
I thought either Miley or SZA was going to win that album of the year. So I was shocked that Taylor came out with it, and obviously very happy. Immediately I started screaming, oh my God, Celine Dion and Taylor Swift are about to be on the same stage, and I was freaking the fuck out because all my worlds were colliding. And then she took the thing from her and she tried to get all her friends up on the stage, and she did not really acknowledge her at all. And I felt a little snubbed by it. And obviously
you literally texted me enraged.
I will defend Taylor to the death, but I was very upset she did not acknowledge Celine. Like, I thought that was fucked up. But she was caught up in the moment. She's a human. Humans make mistakes, okay? She obviously maybe as she was walking off the stage went, fuck, that looked really bad. I probably should have said something, or whatever.
Or didn't even process it herself. Like, if Celine Dion is giving you an award, do you think that, first of all, you're winning a Grammy, and then Celine Dion is handing it to you, like, you don't think that you're going to have, like, an out-of-body experience, and no matter how many Grammys you win, you're going to have an out-of-body experience.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, well, she's won so many before. She shouldn't be freaking out like that. She should know her wits about her. I'm like, but she just broke a record also. Like, she's the first woman she's the first person in history to win 4 albums of the year. She is history making. She was trying to pull Lana Del Rey up to the stage. She was making sure Jack was there, was making sure everybody was there.
She was making sure every single person was there before she started talking.
She literally needed Lana Del Rey basically on a leash to get her up there. Maybe she would have acknowledged Celine if the 20 seconds wasn't wasted.
Why? I think Alec was like, why is she taking her up there with her? And I was like, because she sang a song on the album and she was nominated.
Also collaborated with her on a lot more too.
So she was like, she probably just wanted to share the moment with her too, because she was on the album and she's her friend and whatever. I thought okay, so not to take away from the MTV Music Awards. So like obviously when Taylor got
VMA.
her VMA from NSYNC, she was like hardcore fangirling. But at the same time, like one, she probably thought like, oh my God, they're gonna use me as their Easter egg of like a tour. Like, do you have something to tell us all?
Right.
One. And two, no offense to the VMAs, but they're like a lot less caliber than like a Grammy, and like you're not, if you get played off of your VMA, like whatever, but like you're not gonna get, if you get played off your Grammy, like, you know,
that's a good point.
That's not. Yeah. Like it's a totally different, I think it's a different caliber. So I think because she went crazy with NSYNC, but again, like I think it's different. Like NSYNC, she's probably like, oh, I can be cool with these people.
Yeah, also everyone has preferences. Like she's a millennial girl. Right. Like maybe she likes NSYNC so much more than Celine because Celine's just not her cup of tea. Like,
but maybe Celine is her cup of tea, but in a different way. Like obviously, like it's the same with us. Like Celine is like Celine, but like NSYNC, you're gonna have a different reaction to like and again, like you said, she was making sure all her people got on stage. The only thing that I thought, I was like, girl, like Celine is standing here with this Grammy forever, and like the poor woman probably can't really stand that long. So why don't you take the Grammy from her?
Do you know a guy that walked her out was her son?
That's her son?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel ancient.
I know.
I feel actually ancient. Like I remember when she like had him and was on Oprah, like with Renee, like senior, like they were all on Oprah together.
And I think the twins are even like in their teens now.
Oh yeah, I think the twins are probably like almost 20 because Oprah has been off the air for at least since we were in college, so at least 10 years.
Yeah.
She's been, or at least probably 14 because when we started college. So, and those kids were probably born, so they're probably like almost 20 years old.
Yeah.
Wild.
So I'm so happy to see her out and about. I hope she's doing okay. The poor woman.
Yeah, I know. But I liked it that they had like they had a lot of like monumental people. Oh, Meryl Streep and her son-in-law.
Mark Ronson.
I was dying at like their whole bit. And she was like, yeah, a record, like album, like album, record. Like I'm like, this is hilarious because this is how normal people think.
She might be on some Ozempic too. She looks good. She might have been talking with Oprah.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I really enjoyed the Grammys. Also, we had like an actual comedian like making good jokes, but rather than Joe Choi.
Yeah.
I liked his leopard print jacket, like, because the men really don't get like good fashion, honestly. No. Like it's like your suit is your suit, you know?
Right. And if they try to be like different, they wear like chains or something. Like they take it too far.
Right. Like I liked that it was like you can only see it in like certain light. Like it wasn't in your face, but it was different.
Did you see the one couple that was sitting front row of the regular seats behind the tables? They were like a bride and a groom.
Oh, I did not see that. No.
I don't know if they were getting married or I don't know if that was just like a look they were going for, but they were sitting right in the front row.
Maybe they wanted screen time.
Maybe, but I was like, did they just like go to a chapel and come here? Like, what are we doing here? So that was
the other thing. Jay-Z called people out too.
Beyonce looked very embarrassed.
She did. She looked so embarrassed. Also, I did not like her hair. I didn't like her blonde hair. It was, but also, again, feeling ancient, Blue Ivy, why are you an adult?
She looks older than 11, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're probably very tall, like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yeah. And she had shoes on, so, like, you know, she's probably, like, a tall girl because they're not, like, small people, I don't think, so.
I love how he had to throw it out, like, oh, my baby, she's already got a Grammy. I'm like, yeah, Nepo baby much? Like, that's not a feat.
Well, the woman that did win New Artist of the Year, the girl in the gold dress.
Monet, yeah.
I think her 2-year-old was like on the song with her. So her 2-year-old was like at the Grammys with her.
Oh.
I saw them on the red carpet. So she was getting the red carpet too.
The kid was already falling asleep on the dad's shoulders, like at the red carpet. I'm like, there's no way this kid's making it.
But I loved her look too. Yeah. I thought she looked very classy. Also, her snake necklace, I was like, oh my God, did Taylor get to her too? Is this a hidden message?
I said that too. I go, Notice a lot of snake necklaces tonight.
I thought that.
And of course,
Like,
Miss Hader sitting
all
next
these
to me.
people that wear snakes.
Miss Hader sitting next to me is like, you know, she didn't invent the snake necklace. Plenty of people have been wearing those all years. And I'm like, I didn't say she invented it, but there's a reason why a lot of people are wearing them tonight. And then we were all clowns because it had nothing to do with reputation at all.
I'm sad. No, but I thought they were like, I don't know. I just thought like a lot of the award shows lately we've been complaining about, and I thought this one was at least entertaining.
It had its moments. And like you said, I did actually enjoy almost all the performances except for Travis Scott was horrible.
Yeah, no.
And I heard that he threw a temper tantrum behind the stage that he lost.
Shocked.
Notice it's the men. Just saying.
The only one that I was surprised that I was also surprised by the country category that, well, you don't listen to country, so I'll speak for the country fans, that Kelsey Ballerini did not win, and she got beat by Lainey Wilson.
Because she's dating Chase Stokes and she's cute. So like I would have liked her to win, not knowing the songs at all. Yeah.
The songs, that album is only 6 songs, and it is
what? Really?
Wake Toni-ann. It's like an entire like YouTube short film. I think you should try to just like watch one of the videos and see if you make it through, because it's not, in my opinion, it's more like ballady and like poppy than
but she's
country.
got a big twang.
No, I don't know, not really in these songs. Just maybe try.
I'll try watching one just to see if it's more poppy than I think. I will say.
Right. It might surprise you. And again, it's only 6 songs. So like, and if you look it up on YouTube, they like play chronologically, like, and the whole video is like, it's crazy. It's wild.
That's kind of cool.
Very, very Taylor trending for her.
And
anyway,
as much as I can't stand country, I really liked the Fast Car performance. And they brought back the OG woman, which was really cool.
Right. Like, well, so I thought that, I was going to say that performance I skimmed over too. I thought that was awesome. And I also love that when he redid that song, he did not change any of the words at all.
Right.
Like, it is the original song through and through, and he just wanted to cover it because it was his favorite song.
But that lady's been a hermit for years. I'm amazed they got her to come back on stage and everything.
Right. Well, and that was like her number one. She never hit like one on, like, her song went number one on a country chart.
One-hit wonder.
She was shocked. She was like, and again, and did you see her face? Like, when everybody started cheering, when they started singing, like, she was so happy. And I was like, oh, love this. But listen, great song, 90s nostalgia, all around. I think it was a good night.
Oh, one more weird thing. Lizzo showing up. I thought she was canceled. Did we uncancel her now?
I don't really know what's going on with her, but that was also the thing that I thought. I was like, aren't like a lot of people suing her right now? Like, maybe.
And so many people were clapping for her.
But also, don't show up to the Grammys like nothing is wrong. Like, you have a lot of lawsuits against you, and even if they're not right, like.
This is why I hate Hollywood,
low
though,
profile.
because they're a bunch of hypocrites. Like, you know that she's a bitch, and she comes on stage and you're all clapping, like, excited to see her. Like,
right.
I mean, maybe they are all false stories, but I don't think so. I think whenever a story comes out, it's almost always true.
Yeah, but you also don't know, like, there's other people in that crowd too. So like, maybe everybody was like, they only showed you the people that were clapping for her, and the rest of like the wherever they are was like clapping, and
you thought it was like an applause track to fill it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe they knew she wasn't gonna get applause, and
I mean, SZA was very excited to see her, but she said it's because she's been friends with her forever and ever. But like,
right,
the other people that just know only of like the story, I would be like, this bitch, what's she doing here? And I did say that.
Yeah. No, I definitely did a double take. Because at that point, like, then we were home, and again, I just watched what I watched it on the DVR and speed session.
That's it. I think I have no more Grammys thoughts.
I'm just glad that we finally had a lot of pop culture things to talk about, and we're not just talking about ourselves.
Yeah, and then next week will be the Super Bowl. So all you haters are going to listen to us again.
No, we're recording a second episode this week.
Oh, yes.
So we're gonna have a special Galentine's episode next week.
Even though I'm clapping.
All right, Olivia, sit down. So There will be at least one episode next week on Tuesday. And then we can potentially have our Friday as well, depending on me and Toni.
If we can find time to record a second episode, we will
have one.
Well, right. I guess we could we could record the day that one drops. It's not like we're doing it simultaneously.
Right, exactly. We could just record it on Monday
so
or Tuesday.
There might be next week might be a very special week with 2 episodes. So stay tuned.
Aren't you all so excited?
Yeah. We're gonna switch up the format for next week. We'll see if you guys like the change of pace. Fun. Trying something new.
It's gonna be fun. We're excited. So,
yeah.
Anywho.
Anyway, I really need to get to bed because I am wired.
And we have to talk about Taylor without you guys. So bye.
Yeah, bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.